Module 6, Network Security. Security Threats and Vulnerabilities. In today's networked world, security threats and vulnerabilities pose significant risks to the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information and systems. Understanding the various types of security threats and vulnerabilities is essential for organizations to effectively implement security measures and safeguard their networks and data. Some common security threats and vulnerabilities include: 1. Malware. Malware, short for malicious software, is software specifically designed to harm, exploit, or gain unauthorized access to computer systems or networks. This includes viruses, worms, trojans, ransomware, and other types of malicious software that can compromise the security of networks and systems. 2. Social engineering. Social engineering attacks involve manipulating individuals to divulge sensitive information or perform actions that may compromise the security of a network or system. This can include techniques such as phishing, where attackers send fraudulent emails or messages pretending to be a legitimate entity to trick users into revealing confidential information or performing actions that may compromise security. 3. Insider threats. Insider threats refer to security risks posed by individuals who have authorized access to a network or system but misuse that access for malicious purposes. This can include employees, contractors, or other insiders who intentionally or unintentionally compromise the security of networks, systems, or data through actions such as data theft, sabotage, or misuse of privileges. 4. Vulnerabilities in software and hardware. Software and hardware vulnerabilities are weaknesses or flaws in software applications, operating systems, or network devices that can be exploited by attackers to gain unauthorized access, disrupt operations, or steal data. These vulnerabilities can be introduced during the development or configuration process, or may be discovered after deployment through security research or testing. 5. Weak or compromised authentication. Authentication is the process of verifying the identity of users or devices accessing a network or system. Weak or compromised authentication mechanisms, such as weak passwords, shared accounts, or compromised credentials, can provide attackers with unauthorized access to networks or systems. It's important for organizations to proactively assess and mitigate these and other security threats and vulnerabilities through the implementation of comprehensive security measures, such as firewalls, antivirus software, regular security updates and patching, strong authentication mechanisms, security awareness training for employees, and monitoring and auditing of network and system activities. Regular security assessments, vulnerability scans, and penetration testing can also help identify and address potential vulnerabilities and risks. Additionally, staying informed about the latest security threats and best practices and adhering to industry standards and regulations can aid in safeguarding networks and systems against security threats and vulnerabilities. Access Control Lists, ACLs. Access Control Lists, ACLs, are a security feature used in networking and IT systems to define and enforce permissions or restrictions on network traffic based on predefined rules. ACLs are commonly used in routers, switches, firewalls, and other network devices to control the flow of traffic between networks or to restrict access to specific resources. ACLs typically consist of a list of rules that specify what types of traffic are allowed or denied based on various criteria such as source and destination IP addresses, source and destination port numbers, protocol types, and other criteria. ACLs can be configured to allow or deny traffic based on specific conditions, providing a granular level of control over network traffic. ACLs are commonly used for various security purposes, such as controlling access to network resources, segmenting networks, preventing unauthorized access to sensitive data, and protecting against malicious traffic or attacks. They are an essential part of network security measures and help organizations implement a defense-in-depth approach to protect their networks and systems. It's important to carefully plan, configure, and regularly review ACLs to ensure they are effectively enforcing the desired access control policies and are not inadvertently allowing or denying legitimate traffic. Additionally, ACLs should be used in conjunction with other security measures, such as firewalls, intrusion detection/prevention systems, and other security best practices to provide comprehensive network security. Network device hardening. Network device hardening is the process of securing and configuring network devices, such as routers, switches, firewalls, and other networking equipment, to protect them from potential security threats and vulnerabilities. Hardening network devices is an essential practice in network security to reduce the risk of unauthorized access, data breaches, and other security incidents. Here are some common practices for network device hardening. 1. Change default credentials. Network devices often come with default usernames and passwords, which are well known to attackers. Changing these default credentials to strong, unique usernames and passwords is a critical step in securing network devices. 2. Disable unnecessary services and ports. Network devices may have unnecessary services or ports enabled by default, which can increase the attack surface. Disabling unused services and ports reduces the potential entry points for attackers and minimizes the risk of vulnerabilities. 3. Apply regular security patches and updates. Keeping network devices up to date with the latest security patches and updates is crucial to protect against known vulnerabilities. Regularly check for vendor-provided updates and apply them promptly to ensure devices are protected against known security flaws. 4. Enable authentication and authorization mechanisms. Implement strong authentication and authorization mechanisms, such as AAA, authentication, authorization, and accounting, to control access to network devices. This includes using strong passwords, implementing role-based access control, RBAC, and configuring multi-factor authentication, MFA, where possible. Implementing network device hardening practices is an essential part of network security to protect against potential security threats and vulnerabilities. By following industry best practices, regularly updating devices, and implementing strong authentication, access controls, and encryption, organizations can significantly reduce the risk of network device-related security incidents and protect their network infrastructure. Thanks for watching. For more information, like, comment, and subscribe our channel.